Alright gang, you may or may not have already seen I've got the 5-foot blade for the Legacy, otherwise known as Prince, and this is the piece that I had to go pick up. It is the subframe, and the subframe mounts in place of the mower deck. It's missing one piece, and the piece that's missing is what attaches to the lift rod here, and that mounts directly to the hydro lift on the foot pedal on the tractor. So, but I just want to show you guys we got that. Now we're going to go out to the shop and see what we've got sitting out there. Alright, while I was picking up the frame for the snowblade for the Legacy, I also noticed that Ron had a Briggs amongst all of his Kohlers, and I took him a angle from the seat blade for his model tractors. Since I've got the big 5-foot blade now, I won't need it, and so instead of exchanging money, Ron and I don't like to exchange money too often, I offered him up a trade. I'll give you the blade, you give me that engine, since you're not a Briggs guy. And he was all about it. So first things first, let's see if we've got any kind of spark in this thing. Well, that's weird. The tip of the spark plug just pulled out. So I'd venture to say that's a bad plug. See if we've got a good one. I'm looking. Well, let's just see if we've got spark with a spark tester first. How about that? We'll start that way. Alright. Put that in. We put this underneath, insulated. And what would be a good... This bolt up here should be a good ground, I would think, right? And this has a throttle, has to be just off, otherwise we're not going to show a spark. So let's see, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not, but we're going to check and see if we've got spark here. I won't lie to you. And we have spark. So that's good news. Let's find a good spark plug we can throw in there. Found one. Let's see if this thing's going to spark. Let me get a magnet here. See if that's a good plug. Oh yeah. Plenty of spark in that one. Let's see what we can do as far as running that sucker down. And I already checked the gas tank. Gas tank was completely dry, so I can only assume the carburetor was dry too. So we're just going to try to start it, give it the benefit of the doubt, and see if it's going to come to life without me doing anything at all except putting gas in it. Let me check the oil real quick here. Make sure we've got oil. It's an 8 horsepower, yep, plenty of oil. 8 horsepower aluminum block. Made in 1990. Made July 5th of 1990. So, will it run? Is it gonna make it easy on Zippo, or is it gonna make it hard on Zippo? Let's see what we can get out of it, if anything. I need to turn the fuel on. I added some gas to the tank. Fuel is on. Now if it's making it to the car, excuse me, I didn't mean to bump into you guys. Are you alright? See, choke. It's just off of idle. Got it clamped down. Let's see if she'll start. Ooh, it popped. It wants to start. A torquey motor. It's gonna walk away on my engine stand. Well, that was uneventful. That one didn't put up any kind of a fight at all. See if she'll restart. Wanting to walk away. Quiet running little engine. Come back here. Doing a little surging. I just hit it over to the shutoff point. Well, that doesn't suck. I'd call that a good trade. Angle from the seat blade for that. Now what am I going to do with it? Well, it does not have the right side cover for me to mount my to my log splitter, and it's got a 1-inch crankshaft. 1-inch crankshaft. How about that? Well, that's unusual. Well, that wasn't nearly as eventful as I had hoped it would be. I thought for sure we were going to at least have to fight it a little bit, but we didn't, did we? So, let me shut the fuel back off. No leaks from the fuel petcock, no leaks from the fuel tank. Well, I guess I'll just put a little bit of stable in it. I'll start it and run it and let the fuel run out of it. That was one of the easier will it starts. That just doesn't happen to Zippo, at least not very often. But I'll take it. The pump for my log splitter actually has 4 mounting points, and this is devoid of those on this side cover. I could replace the side cover and put one on that would accept it, but that 6.5 horse Harbor Freight special that I've got on there, pre-Predator display model, and at that, it's still a really good running engine after all these years. It's been a lot of years. 8 horsepower, developed at 3,600 RPM. Read instructions before starting. I forgot to read the instructions before starting it. We'll show you guys the model type and code. It's stamped into the tins here. It's a 19402 type 2962 space 01. Then 1990 06 05. So July 5th and 1 and 2. And one of those numbers designates which factory it was manufactured in. But wow, I didn't expect that to go that easily. Alright, well, there's a first start video, one that didn't fight me at all. I'll take a win like that any day of the week. If you guys enjoyed this, right down there you can click on my smiling face, and then here's a random video, and here's a random video. Promise you guys I will see you on the next one. Later. I'm happily out of here.